Hello. Today we are doing exam 4, question 7, A and C. So, the following says that we have to complete the definite integrals. So what this means is that we are going to find the values for when we plug in the integrals of these functions here. So what we first want to do is find the inside derivative of these equations here. So 3x squared, 3x, that's going to be 3x squared divided by 2. Because when you drop that 2 down, it'll be 6x, and divided by 2 would be 3x. Then you add, we could break this down here. So 3 divided by 3, divided by square root of x will be 3x to the negative 1 power. So since we're doing the opposite, we're going to plus 2 over 2. So this is going to be 1 over 2. And then negative 1, 2 will drop. So you could do 6 if I am correct. And then this will equal 6 square root of x. Because when you bring down a 1 over 2, it'll be 3. And then you would subtract 2 over 2 when you're finding a derivative, and it'll equal the same thing as here. So we have 6 square root of x minus 1 over 2. So let's put this over here. This is going to be simplified to negative 2. And since we're finding the integral, we're going to be adding 1. So it'll be negative x1. And since there's no constant over here, it'll be the same thing. It would be the same thing, but it's going to be divided by negative 1. It could be multiplied by negative 1 or divided by negative 1. So what I'm going to do is negative to the 1 power over negative 1. I like divisions more than being multiplied. So now that we found the antiderivative of this equation here, we're going to plug in 4 and 1. So when we plug this in, we'll do 3, 4 squared divided by 2 plus 6 square root of 4 minus, make this 4 better, minus 4 to the negative 1 power over 1. 1 power, parentheses, subtract the high over the small number, or high over the low number. So then it's going to be 3, 1 squared divided by 2 plus 6 square root of 1 minus 1 to the negative power over negative 1. And this is just, x negative 1 over negative 1 will equal to 1 over x. Because the top is basically saying that it's 1 over x to the power of negative 1, which is just going to be 1 over x. But it'll still be negative. It'll be negative, so then it'll be positive when you add them together. So by saying this is positive, so this is going to be 3 times 16 over 2 plus 12 minus 1 over 4. Or it's actually going to be positive because when you put this in parentheses, this is going to equal negative 1 over 4. So because this is negative 1 over 4, this is going to be negative times the negative, which is just going to be a positive. Put this in parentheses. We're going to do the same on the right side. So 3, this is going to be 3 over 2 plus 6 plus 1. This bottom question, this will be simplified to 24 plus 1 over 4 plus 12. minus 3 over 2 minus 6 minus 1. This is going to be simplified to 29 plus 1/4 minus 3 over 2. We're gonna multiply it. We're gonna make this into factors of 4. So that means that 29 times 4 is 116 over 4, because that'll equal 29, plus 1 over 4, because it's already in the factor of 4. And then it's going to be minus 6 over 4. Because if you multiply the fraction by 2, it'll be 6 over 4. And this is going to equal, as you can see, 111 over 4. Now we're going to move on to the next question. I'm going to put the work over here. So for this over here, we're going to do, I like to break it up. So tangent, as we all know, equals sine over cosine. And then don't forget the x. So because of this integral, we want to use u substitution here. So we break it up more. So in order to get rid of the sine over cosine, we must use cosine. I'll explain why. Because when you find the derivative of a cosine, you get negative sine x dx. So once you divide, so now you want to divide the right side by the du. So the dx would equal du over negative sine x. And this is helpful because we can now plug it in. So when the integral is pi over 3 between pi over 4, we're going to get sine over cosine, which is going to be du over negative sine. And what's cool about this is that you could move this negative sign to the left side. So then you remove the sign. So now it's just going to be the integral of 4. We got to keep the intervals here. And we'll find that it's going to be 1 over cosine x times du. And this could be written right. This could be rewritten by this over here. 1 over u times du. However, since we got rid of the dx, it's no longer in the same intervals as pi over 2 and pi over 3. So in order to find the correct intervals, we must plug in u as pi over 3 and u as pi over 4. And this is going to be within the cosines. So cosine of 1 over 3, cosine of pi over 4. This is both going to equal, this is going to equal 1 over 2 and pi 2 over 2 by just doing the unit circle. So now we're going to have a integral of 1 over 2 with 2 over with the square root of 2 over 2 over 1 u times du. Now we could find the antiderivative. So antiderivative is going to be negative of natural log y of u of between 1 over 2 and square root of 2 over 2. And this is going to equal negative 1 over 2 absolute value minus, actually I apologize. So because of the bottom number is bigger, because of the bottom interval is bigger than the top interval, we're going to have to put a negative sign in the left side so that these two switch, because you cannot have a low number that's a bigger number than the high number. So because we do that, this is actually positive. So it's going to be positive natural log of 1 over 2, absolute value of 1 over 2, minus natural log of, oh no, sorry, it's going to be square root 2 over 2, absolute value, minus natural log of absolute value of 1 over 2. So this is going to be your answer for the C down here. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.